Thank you, Megan. We'll definitely take all those. Congrats.
I know you wanted this team to play for a full 48 minutes, but what can you just say the way your team was able to respond there and always continue to get back, and fight back for
Yeah.
those runs from Utah?
Yeah, total perseverance from this group from beginning to end. I think we started the game really well, which gave us some confidence. We down at half, but I thought we felt good. I think we fouled a little bit too much, the offensive rebounds going to halftime, and then we were really steady in the second half, both offensively and defensively. So, it's told this group, impressive win. This is a tough place to play, and against a really good team, it's a good win.
I mean, you're tied going into the fourth, tied a bunch of times.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you just take us through about that 2-minute span where I think it's 102, what have you, and then you kind of put a little distance in there.
Yeah, a big part of it was pick and roll play and getting involved who we wanted to be involved. I thought the spacing was good, similar to the Phoenix game where we were able to capitalize. 34 points in the fourth. We shot over 43s tonight, so that's that balance and mix that we were talking about. Guys made plays at the rim, available for their teammates, and guys made shots. And that always helps. 23 points for them in the fourth, so we were doing it on both ends, Brian.
Academy had 21 again in the fourth, second night in a row that's happened. Jacque, was this just a matter of him saying, hey, we need this, I'm the guy who's got to deliver, and then taking care of business late?
I would say yes. The fact that I thought you saw from him throughout the course of the night just different segments of the game where he really put his imprint on what we were trying to do offensively. And it paid dividends, especially in the fourth quarter. Like, we put the basketball in his hand, we played pick and roll, we gave him space, he made plays off the bounce, early plays in transitions. Those threes are tough to guard, but definitely he did a lot for us again in the fourth. And good thing teammates rallied around him early in the game, and we were able to take advantage of that fourth quarter scoring by him.
Jacque, you guys didn't shoot your first free throws till 4 minutes left in the first half. So, I mean, do you look at that as just the flow of the game, lack of aggression going to the basket? I mean, just because you made up for it, seemed like in the second half.
Yeah, if I get fined, are you, Brian, and Nick, are you guys splitting the fine, or were you trying to get me to? You trying to get?
I think that's tax write-off, right?
Oh, I love it. We talked about the foul discrepancy at halftime a little bit, but we were going to continue to battle through that. And I think it was we were pretty aggressive trying to get to the rim and get free throws, so we talked about it definitely at halftime. It's just going to be us continuing that balance of, if we don't have threes, we do want to get to the paint and get to the rim. But I'm going to save some money, especially on the win.
And then 40, you talked about this being
Yeah.
a hard number. I mean, 41 threes. Kyrie, obviously, you're not expecting to go for 48 every night. So I guess what can you take from this that's more replicable than just his performance tonight?
Yeah, I think overall our energy and our enthusiasm to compete, I think that was the biggest thing. Whether it was in the huddles, we were extremely vocal and communicative tonight, talking to each other on the floor. Even when we had segments of zone, which kind of forces you to communicate and talk, I just thought overall our spirit was really good, and we got rewarded for it.
Did you think the zone early, did that play a role in kind of getting guys to open their mouths at point and talk and communicate and be on the same page?
Yeah, we definitely talked about that, Brian. We talked about that this morning doing film. We watched some clips of zone and really said to the group, this forces you to talk and communicate. You could see guys on film doing that. So hopefully we carry that over when we go to man. That communication is still needed. But this group is growing, and they deserved and did the work to get a win tonight.
Was it my imagination, or did you intend to put the ball in Kyrie's hand more often, or a higher percentage of the plays, what have you, possessions, than you have been doing it, or was that just kind of the nature of the game and the ball just found it?
No, I think, in the fourth quarter of Phoenix, we really found a good rhythm, and the spacing that we had, we wanted to go back to that. His ability to play pick and roll is just going to garner so much attention, especially when he shoots the three ball. We got bigs who are able to catch in the half roll and play make also. So putting shooters around him, Seth, Joe, Royce, Yuta, it's pretty lethal when he has the basketball in his hand and is playing pick and roll.
So then that means if he's got the ball, I mean, assuming they're on the court together.
Yeah.
If he has the ball, Ben isn't gonna have the ball, you're gonna use him more in like the dunker spot in a role position? Is that what you plan on trying to do?
Yeah, it was great. We were able to have a little bit of both, with Kai having pick and roll in his hands, Ben setting sometimes, and Nick being in the dunker. And so what that does is hopefully if they do trap Kai, then Ben's able to play make with two shooters with Nick at the rim. We're growing to being able to be in comfortable positions with Ben and Nick. That was part of our shoot around the other day, is getting them be in perfect position so that when dudes make plays, we can capitalize.
Joe told us last night that you were open and completely honest with this group after the loss, and he said that the players took it on themselves and said that they had to step up to the challenge. To see the team respond like this, and I know you had some lapses, but to see the team respond like this when you guys have gone through so many ups and downs, what does it just mean as a head coach to see them with the good spirits and, just that listening?
Yeah, we talked about, challenges are inevitable in your life in basketball, and defeat is an option. And so we decided not to take the option of being defeated with our spirit, the way we responded to my message, to the honesty in film. They really took it upon themselves to hold each other accountable. I think you really saw that throughout the course of the game, on the floor, in huddles. And that's what you want from growth from this basketball team, is that's when you communicate and you hold each other accountable, then I can do all that other stuff.
Jacque, the past 4 or 5 games, Nick's free throw attempts have gone up. You see teams going out of their way more to hack him a little bit. I mean, is that a concern at all to you? I mean, was it kind of maybe inevitable in some ways? Just what's your thought on
Yeah, I'm going to kind of take the other spin, Alex. I think teams are like saying if Nick gets in a position to be fouled, go ahead and foul him. But I think he's being extremely aggressive. And so he's being aggressive, whether the drives to the rim, his drive, that guy, he doesn't mind being fouled. So I'm going to take the opposite approach and say he's been aggressive. You've seen him in multiple games now, fake DHOs, go to the rim and dunk. He drove Kessler multiple times tonight. So he's not afraid to get fouled, and he's stepping up and shooting them.
And for Nick Claxton, it's 11 straight games now with 3 or more blocks. Is it something that you're just used to? What's your reaction to seeing him be that rim protector? Because now it just seems to be so common.
Yeah, it's great that he's taking pride in it, and I think he sees the impact that it has on our team. I think guys are relying on him, and I think that's a good space that teammates believe in you, how you can protect the rim. That's the first thing we talked about when we walked in the huddle as coaches, is the impact that he's having on both ends of the floor. So thankful for him and appreciate, back-to-back, giving us all he had.
Guys are prideful in there, and they obviously weren't going to be happy about ever losing 4 in a row. But, I mean, do you think they were particularly tired of hearing us ask them about, okay, you haven't won a game without KD? I mean, do you think that at all played into their minds coming into this?
That was interesting. I think overall, I didn't ever address it as a coach with them. My thing was moving from game to game and being able to give all you have in that next game. So we never said anything about how many games we lost in a row. Conversely, when we won a bunch in a row. And so that's the approach, to take pride in being able to do it every night, no matter what situation it is. On the road, at home, who's available. It fits into our bucket of, create no excuses. This was the most important game because it was today's game.
Well, I know you didn't mention it, but we love it. So I'm asking, could you tell that it was something that was just grating on them, they didn't want to hear it?
Asking the coaches how did guys warm up, how did they feel in the huddles, how did they feel in the locker room, I thought our group was really focused tonight. So what that meant, if you guys want to keep pushing them towards being more focused and locked in, I'll take that. We could do this as a collaboration.
All right, guys. You want us to pay your fine?
And